Shane here with my prediction show for matchday 1 of the 2018-19 Premier League season. The first game up tomorrow night sees Manchester United take on Leicester. I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. In that one, despite all their differences throughout pre-season, I reckon they're going to come out with a victory, but it's not going to be an easy one. On to Saturday's fixtures then. Newcastle United take on Spurs. I've gone for a 1-0 Spurs victory in that one. Bournemouth take on newly promoted Cardiff. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Bournemouth. I reckon Cardiff are going to struggle this season and I reckon they might get relegated. Bournemouth to get off to a good start, however. Next up, see the London derby between Fulham and Crystal Palace. I've gone for a 1-1 draw in this one. Fulham have been big in the transfer window and Crystal Palace have held on to their good players. So I reckon both of these teams are going to survive, as they've both had good transfer windows. Huddersfield take on Chelsea. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Chelsea in this one. I reckon Huddersfield are going to be another team to struggle and they might also go down, I reckon. As for Chelsea, they're in a period of transition, so they'd be very, very lucky to finish within the top 4 or 5 teams this season, in my view. On to Watford and Brighton. I've gone for a 0-0 draw in this one. Brighton may also struggle this season, but they might just stay up. Because they've made plenty of signings in the transfer window, but they need to transfer that onto the pitch now, as we all know. But it's never easy in the Premier League. We'll see what happens. The late kick-off then on Saturday evening sees Wolves take on Everton. Obviously, Wolves are newly promoted. I reckon they're going to start off with a defeat. A narrow one, however. I've gone for a 1-0 victory for Everton. Again, both teams have had a good transfer window. I can see Wolves having a good season as well. Maybe finishing within the top 8 or 9 teams, as I feel they will surprise a few. It's my early prediction anyway. And as for Everton, they might do okay. They might finish 7th or 8th. 2 teams would be equally matched, I'd imagine, throughout the season. Now, on to Sunday's fixtures. First up, sees Liverpool take on West Ham. I reckon, believe it or not, Liverpool are going to win the league this season. I know you think I might be being a bit biased here, but no, just with my neutral head on, I think Liverpool have fought very well throughout the summer, and I can see them pushing Man City at least all the way, which I reckon this is going to be Liverpool's year. It's very hard, due to the fact it's very hard to retain the Premier League title, and Liverpool had the better of Manchester City 3 out of 4 times that season. So, and I also reckon with the way Liverpool have bought, they're going to have more strengthened depth to their squad, so they're going to have more or be more resilient throughout the season. So there you go. It's my opinion anyway. And as for West Ham, they have a new manager, and I reckon they're going to finish in the Manuel Pellegrini, and I reckon they're going to finish in the top half of the table at least anyway. On to Southampton and Burnley. I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Southampton in this one. Due to the fact Burnley travelled to Turkey, I think, on Thursday to play a Europa League qualifier. So I reckon that's going to be a telling factor, and also Southampton got a new striker at the last minute of the transfer window as well, Danny Ings. I reckon he's going to have an excellent time with the South Coast club, and I reckon he might score on Sunday to win the game for the Saints and get them off to a good start. And also the signing of Danny Ings might be the difference between Southampton staying up and going down. I reckon Southampton will stay up, but again by the skin of their teeth. And as for Burnley, they'll have another solid season, I reckon. And on to Arsenal and Manchester City. I reckon Unai Emery is going to get off to a tough start with a few tough fixtures to open the season. On Sunday, I reckon Manchester City are going to win 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium. And I reckon Manchester City are going to finish second in the league this season. And as for Arsenal, they may well finish in the top 5 or 6, as they're also in a period of transition. Right, I'll move on to my opening round of fantasy picks for the new season. I have Alisson in goal. My back three is made up of Shane Duffy, Darren Yanmat and Marcus Alonso. My midfield then consists of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Richarlison and De Bruyne. Then my front three then is Zaha, Morata and Josh King. And finally, for this week, sees me give my Super 6 predictions. The Sky Sports game, obviously. So here we go. 2-0 victory for Bournemouth over Cardiff, a 2-0 victory for Chelsea over Huddersfield, a 1-1 draw for Fulham and Crystal Palace, a 0-0 draw for Watford and Brighton, and then 2 games from the Championship, which sees Aston Villa take on Wigan. I've gone for a 2-0 victory for Aston Villa. And finally, Norwich and West Brom, I've gone for a 2-1 victory for West Brom. So that's it, folks. It's great to be back, and I might be back with another show during the week, and if not, I'll definitely be back with another show before game week 2. All the best, take care, and happy predicting.